Poker2Nite presents Poker2Nite. Coming up, Carlos Mortensen wins a record-tying third WPT championship. Is he the best no-limit hold'em tournament player ever? Tony G joins us via Skype. Will he confirm the identity of Isildur I? Dana Workman delivers your reader mailbag questions in P2N Online. And Prahlad Friedman attempts to break Steve Nash's 60-second free throw record, all on this week's Poker2Nite. Thank you for joining us on Poker2Nite. I'm Scott Huff, and alongside me is Joe Sebok. A very special occasion on the show today. I'm not going to sing it, but a very happy birthday to you, Joe.
Well, I appreciate the sentiment, but I feel like a 21st birthday deserves a little song, don't you?
Well, now that you're 21, you can finally shave the beard. You don't need to look older anymore.
Oh, that is true. That is true. Well, I might keep it around for a little bit. I'm kind of enjoying it.
And you've accomplished so much in poker before your 21st birthday. Congratulations again. Well, we have our own version of March Madness as a little present to you tonight on the show. And for that, let's go to our redunculous Dana Workman to fill us in on what's coming up later on in the show. Dana?
Redunculous? Nice one, Scott, because you're just talking about basketball. And after watching his sick hoop skills a couple weeks ago, I think you all will enjoy Prahlad's attempt to break Steve Nash's free throw record. So we'll get to that, plus answer your reader mailbag questions, all on P2N Online. All
right, it's time now for our weekly headlines. Big news this week as Carlos Mortensen tied Gus Hansen's record for most WPT titles. Carlos claimed his third championship by winning the WPT Hollywood Poker Open in glamorous Indiana. For the win, El Matador earned $393,820. Mike Mustafa finished second, banking $223,623. Rounding out the final table in third, Frank Callow. In fourth, a guy who has knocked on the door so many times for a WPT championship but couldn't quite pull it out here, Chris Bell. In fifth, Ravi Raghavan. And finally, in sixth, Jerry Payne, taking home almost $90,000. The victory moved Mortensen past Daniel Negreanu into first place on the all-time WPT money list and past TJ Cloutier into 10th all-time for career poker tournament earnings. Now, Sebok, is it about time that we start considering Carlos Mortensen as potentially the best all-time no-limit hold'em tournament player?
Well, the first question is there anyone who's not already talking about him like this? We're talking about Carlos Mortensen, okay, a guy that has taken down the WSOP main event title. He won 3 WPT titles, as you said. Someone who averages $100,000 for every WPT event he even enters. This guy is incredibly impressive. I can't say if he's the absolute best. He's a top 5 guy, top 3, what have you. There is no question that he belongs in that discussion.
Well, who else would be up there with him then?
There's going to be a number of players. For my money, it's still going to be Phil Ivey when he's focused. That's what it's all about with Phil. Can he be focused? But some of these guys like Elke are coming up. And again, I really think we're going to be talking about this for the next 10 years. We're going to redefine what it is to crush this game and what it is to be the best player continually.
And it's pretty incredible to think that somehow Carlos Mortensen, for all that he's achieved, could be considered an underrated player in poker right now. He still might be.
It's unbelievable. He's done it so quietly over the years that he really might be, if you can even imagine that.
A quiet $6 million. Well, moving on, the EPT Snowfest took place in one of Austria's premier ski areas, Saalbach Hinterglemm, at the Alpine Palace Card Casino. The event drew 546 entrants, creating a first-place prize of 445,000 euros. Well-known internet pro Alan Baca of Denmark took down the title. He defeated another internet specialist, Russell Carson of Canada, heads up for the title. Now, Siebes, it seems like every week there's at least one WPT, EPT, something that ends with PT. There are poker tournaments all around the world. But is there enough money still in the poker economy to support all of these events and tournament circuits?
I hope so. I really, really hope so. The answer is yes. The money is there. The money is going to continue to be there. Our game continues to grow across the world. There's no question about that. We've gone through this before. Is poker coming? Is it going? It's here to stay. Okay. In the United States, maybe there's a little bit of argument for the WSOP circuit events or the WPT are on the decline, but we never really mentioned the fact that they are in competition with so many other events across the world. Any PT, as you say. So there's just so many of them, and it's going to take a little bit of a toll, but the game's not going anywhere, and the money will be there.
I think it's good overall to have the competition. Now it's all about innovation. You got to credit the EPT for coming up with something like this ski event. You know, mixing skiing and poker, it gets people excited, and it brings them out. In other scenic, mountainous-related poker news that I wish I was a part of, a number of top pros and celebrities descended on Lake Tahoe this past week in support of the V Foundation, an organization, of course, created by the late Jimmy Valvano, which raises money for cancer research. The two-day event, which featured a charity poker tournament and downhill ski race, drew the likes of current on-the-clock leader Trishelle Canatella, power couple Phil Locke and Jennifer Tilley, and poker hottie Liv Boeree. Jose Canseco was supposed to show, but the Fed showed up at his house as he was leaving to question him about some things involving the Roger Clemens case, and I am not kidding there. Anyway, the charity event was won by Derek Farrington, who pledged half of his winnings to the V Foundation and then spent the other half on the silent auction later on in the day. In all, the event raised over $50,000 for the V Foundation.
And I'll just go ahead and add that one thing I am continually amazed at is just how active the poker community is in charitable work. Coming up in a few weeks, of course, Jen Harmon's tournament benefiting the Nevada Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, Ante Up for Africa, a cause led by Annie Duke and Don Cheadle. That's just a couple of months away in itself. And there's always the ongoing efforts from people like Barry Greenstein and many others in the community. Really incredible stuff.
Always overlooked, and of course, you didn't mention me, another member of the community who donates all the time to poker, just in a different way than you might think. Finally, we'll be closing out our headlines each week now with a look at the major Sunday tournament winners. There was no chop in the Stars Sunday Million as Tony 6733 took it down for $267,600. He defeated Helen Keller heads up, who banked $196,800 by, of course, stealing a lot of blinds. The Tilt $750,000 guarantee was taken down by Boop Boop Neb for $141,500. Red Pro Stefan Rapp came in sixth for $24,500. And on the UB 200K, Sticky Pip 14 beat Ryan Welch 16 Welsh heads up. Sticky earned $48,366 for the win, and Ryan Welch won the award for the least creative nickname of all time online. When we come back, the always outspoken Tony G joins us via Skype. Will he confirm Isildur One's identity? And later, we were with Prahlad Friedman as he attempted to break Steve Nash's 60-second free throw record. Stick around, more Poker Tonight on the way.